I started painting the rocks about 3 years ago, and when I first started doing them, there was a couple of reasons why I did it. I really wanted to make runners smile or laugh, or, you know, my favorite rock was probably this one. I did amend it a little bit from the last time so that it represented the 20th anniversary. Last year I put it out about 2 or 3 days in advance, and it got swiped, and so I had to repaint it. And so this last year, as soon as the race was done, I went and nabbed it so that I could use it again this year. And usually I don't do that. Usually I just let people take them. But that one was a favorite for me. The first year, it's a really funny story. I was trying to put them out in secret. I did get caught seeing people out flagging the course. So I had changed my plan and went out late at night. And so we were out in the dark trying to put the rocks out, and I came across a rattlesnake. So we went out about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and we were out at the Pavan area, and I was kind of down on my hands and knees trying to get the perfect position for these rocks, because I'm pretty particular in where they go. And I heard a hissing, or what I think is a hissing. My husband thought it was a deer. I was pretty sure it was a rattlesnake. And then when I came out from putting the rock out, there was a rattlesnake sitting there. And luckily I'm not terrified of rattlers, but I think that was the last time we went out that late at night putting out rocks.
At that time, and I like the little that I had. It's good advertising with all our buddy there. Yeah. Ready? Yeah! I watched camera. Yeah! He's like, he looks all.
I'm Shara Hoyam. I've raced at Lost Soul. I've done all the distances and completed, but this year I had to roll over my registration to next year because I am going through chemo and just not able to do any of the distances. But I did sign up to volunteer, and my doctor even changed chemo dates for me this week so that I didn't have to take my barf bags on my volunteer trip.
And this year I've had more help than I ever have been in the past because I'm running the 100-miler, and I definitely don't want to put any out myself, although yesterday myself and my husband went out and put probably about 8 out on the course.
Yeah, it could.
And some of them took a lot of time, like this big one over here. I've done multiple takes on this one. Hopefully everybody finds it funny like I do. And yeah, if you can carry it out, it's heavy, it's all yours.
Hi, I'm Derek Kaneshiro, and when I first saw the painted rocks, I didn't know who did them, but I had a really good idea who was responsible, because I knew Jen fairly well and I knew her creative ability, and it just really reminded me that it was her, and I just sort of guessed it was her, and she eagerly admitted it to me and told me to keep it quiet. But it's really hard to keep something like that quiet when people are asking you.
So I love that everybody is trying to solve the mystery of who the rock fairy is. I went out for beer one night, and somebody came up to me and asked me if I would repaint a rock. He said it needed to be redone, and I said, yeah, sure, if you know where it is and you can bring it to me, I would for sure repaint it. And then he said, aha, I do know who the rock fairy is, and completely caught me off guard, caught me red-handed. And now that it's not anonymous, I will have to decide whether I continue on doing this or not. I do love doing it, so I probably will. Everybody needs to get out their artistic instinct, and I really like to paint rocks. can, and you put it out, and I don't really care if they get taken and taken to somebody's house where they can love them for a long time, and like some as much as I do. And I have heard that people are going out and racing to try and get them at the end of the race, which shocks me a little bit, but yeah, it's also pretty
Well, I set out for the 100 miler and had a great start to my run. I probably went out too fast, but I had lots of fun. The weather was fantastic. And I got out to the North Loop, my IT band went, but my left IT band is pretty good. My right IT band, when it goes, it's done. So I made it into headquarters for the second loop, and I wasn't able to do very many of my downs, so I called it quits. But I'm happy. The race was fantastic. The weather was awesome, and they put on such a great event. So I'm happy I attended. For the 100 miler, that was my one attempt, and I love the 100K. It's like probably my favorite distance, so I will probably do that next year.
Live, laugh, and run is one of my favorite rocks, and I think it's important. It's part of my daily job to make people smile, and smiles are important. And hopefully I'm making people smile as well with these rocks. My name is Jen Stickle, and I am the Painted Rock Fairy.
So I'm from Evansville, Indiana. It's as far southern in Indiana as you can go. So far, I mean, I definitely underestimated the course. It's tougher than I thought it was.
Wow! Who made this course? Is Brenda, and my most memorable moment from today's race would be when I was about halfway up Brian's Hill. I could hear Philippe vomiting behind me, and I could tell it was him. There was a bit of a French accent in his vomiting, so it made my day.